Good day, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about integration of rational fractions. So I will share to you or discuss to you how we will integrate our rational fractions. So rational fractions are is a quotient of two polynomials. So for example, here we have n of function n of x all over d of x. So where n of x and d of x are two polynomials having real coefficients and no common factor other than 1. So n of x here will be our numerator and d of x will be our denominator. So if the degree of the numerator n of x, which is this is a polynomial, is less than the degree of the denominator d of x, then n of x all over d of x is called to be a proper rational fraction. So when you say degree, guys, that represent the highest degree of the exponents sa polynomial. So we will have improper rational fraction if the degree of our numerator, n of x, is greater than the degree of our denominator. So this one here is an example of proper rational fraction. So we have x squared plus 2 all over x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. So the highest degree of your numerator is less than the highest degree sa denominator ninyo, so that you have a proper rational fraction. And here we have x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1, right, all over x plus 2. This one here is an example of improper rational fraction because, as you can see here, the highest degree of your numerator is greater than the highest degree sa imong denominator. Similar to your whole number, if you have a fraction form, right, with your numbers. So for example, 1/2, that's a proper fraction. So if you say 3 over 2, 3/2, that is an improper fraction. Okay, so in evaluating the integral of a proper rational fraction, it is important that we know how to represent the given fraction as a number, or as the sum of the simpler fraction. So the simpler fraction there is called the partial fractions. So for example, here we have x squared plus 9x plus 2 all over x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 2. So if you want to get the partial fraction with this polynomial, or rational fraction, you will get 2 all over x minus 1 plus 3 all over x plus 1 plus negative 4 all over x plus 2. So now, if you have an improper fraction again, you need to convert your improper fraction to a proper rational fraction, right? I-convert nyo din siya to proper rational fraction. So we shall know how to break up this rational fraction to partial fraction, right? So a proper rational fraction n of x over d of x can be broken up, right, into a sum of partial fraction, for example with this, but we need to consider some cases. For case 1, when the factors of d of x are all linear and none is repeated. When you say linear, a factor of the type that we have, of the given, should be ax plus b, right? Now, if it's not repeated, so dili siya pabalik-balik. To each non-repeated linear factor, ax plus b, there correspond a partial fraction of the form, this one, a all over ax plus b, where a will be a constant value to be determined. So now we have case 2. So when the factors of d of x are all linear and some are repeated, to each repeated factors of the form, so we have a linear here, we have a linear a all over ax plus b, gi-repeat man ninyo siya, b all over ax plus b quantity square. So if naka-raised to 3 siya, of course, plus c all over ax plus b quantity cube na siya. or raised to 3. Alright, so let's move on to the case 3. So in case 3, when the d of x contains irreducible quadratic factors and none is repeated, to each non-repeated irreducible, hindi mo ma-reduce or makakuha ka factors, right, with the given equation ax squared plus bx plus c, there corresponds the partial fraction of the form a quantity 2ax plus b plus b nagdako all over ax squared plus bx plus c, where a and b are constants to be determined, and the 2ax plus b will be the derivative or the first derivative of your denominator. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c, and then get the first derivative. So now in case 4, when d of x contains irreducible quadratic factors and some are repeated, to each repeated quadratic factors, we have quantity ax squared plus bx plus c, quantity raised to n will be an integer value, alright, or the exponent value. There corresponds the sum of the partial fraction of the form a times 2ax plus b plus b all over ax squared plus bx plus c, then plus c 2ax plus b quantity plus d all over quantity ax squared plus bx plus c, quantity squared, kaya repeated man siya, right? Irreducible, but some are repeated. So you will have this, where a, b, c, d, k, l, and so on and so forth are constant to be determined. So kani atong kailangan pangitaan si a, si b, si d. So to further understand this, we need to have some example. So let's have number 1 example here. So if we have given na integration of 7x minus 1 all over x squared minus x minus 6 dx, right? So if we have this one, okay, yan, na-focus na siya. So what we're gonna do is to determine what case this one belongs to. So it's either in case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. For this example, it belongs to case 1. It's just a linear and non-repeated. So if we will try to change our denominator to the factor form, or to the to your factor form, so we have x, right? That's x minus 3, then x plus 2, right? dx. Tama ba? Ito we have x squared, 2x. Okay. So with this, we will need to have the partial fraction. So we have x minus 3, x plus 2 is equal to a, right, all over x plus 2 plus b all over x minus 3. So this is the partial fraction of these rational fraction here, right? So with that, we already have our partial fraction. Now, this is the time that we need to determine or to get or to solve for the value of a and b. By how? We will do cross multiplication, right? So we will have 7x minus 1, right? Di na nato ipag cross multiply nato mo. Kagyapan natin ni. So is equal to a, right? We have x minus 3. Okay? Alright, to each term, so we have plus b x plus 2, right? Okay, so with that, we need to determine the value of a and b, right? If I set x is equal to 3, right? So I get if na lang, if x is equal to 3, we will have 7 times 3 minus 1 is equal to a minus 23 minus 3 plus b times 3 plus 2, right? So this one becomes 0, right? So this becomes 21 minus 1, that's 20, is equal to 5b. So all over 5, we will get b is equal to 4, right? We already have the value of b. Now, if we want to get the value of x, if x is equal to, right, para ma-cancel out si b, negative 2, right? If x is negative 2, you will have 7 times negative 2 minus 1, a, right, times negative 2 minus 3 plus b times negative 2 plus 2. Right, this becomes 0. So we will have 14, negative 14 minus 1, that's negative 15, is equal to a times negative 5. Right? All over negative 5, all over negative 5, we will get a is equal to 3. Right? So therefore, our value for a and b, we have 3 and 4 respectively. So now, this is the time that you will substitute these values. So we have, dito ko na lang ilagay, we have here, right, a all over x plus 2, right, dx, plus b all over x minus 3 dx. So we will need to substitute the value of our a and b. So we have a is equals to 3. So we have 3 all over 3 dx all over x plus 2, right, plus integration of b, which is b is equal to 4. 4 dx all over x minus 3. Now we can do the basic integration now. Formula. So we have 3 ln of, okay, ln of x plus 2, right, plus 4 ln of x minus 3 plus c, right? This is the answer, but we could reduce it. You know, you need to reduce it. We have ln of x plus 2 raised to 3, right, times x minus 3, okay, raised to 4 plus c. So this is the final answer. Maybe in the exam, I'll accept this one na lang, right? But no fraction form. Okay lang sa ako. Pag na-fraction form, you need to reduce it. Right, guys? With this one, guys, you know, we just let the value of x, right? Rather than to get the value of a and b, right, we can make use of this one. If we will assign value x raised to 1, or yeah, x raised to 1, right? Pangita lang ninyo na unsang coefficient ni x raised to 1 here, right? So which x raised to 1 coefficient niya is, when you say x raised to 1, that's x. So coefficient ni x is 7. So we have 7. You write here 7 is equal to, right? For a, kailangan na to na pangitaon na na coefficient si x, which is 1 here, right? So you have a plus, for this one, you just have b, right? Okay? B, right? Here, B. Okay, coefficient ni x is b. So, let's say we have x raised to 0, which is, x raised to 0 means the constant value. As you can see in our equation here, our constant value is negative 1. So, you will write negative 1, right? Negative 1 is equal to, right? Coefficient ni a for x of 0, x raised to 0, that's negative 3. So we have negative 3a, sorry, that's 3a plus dito, we have 2. So we have 2b. Okay? So with that, we have equation 1, equation 2. Right? So we could get the value of our a. Maybe we could do substitution. So we have 7 minus b is equal to a. Now this is equation 3. And you substitute equation 3 to equation 2. Right? So we have negative 1 is equal to negative 3 times 7 minus b, right, plus 2b. Okay, we will get negative 1 is equal to negative 21 plus 3b plus 2b. So we have negative 1 plus 20 is equal to 5b. So we have divided it by 5. 21 here. This is 21. So we get 4 is equal to b, or b is equal to 4. Right? Mao na tong value ni b. So we can substitute b to equation 3. So b is equal to 4 to equation 3. Alright? Kita. Okay? So we have here 7, right, minus 4, right, is equal to a. So we have a is equal to 3. So we could get the value of a and b. Okay? Anything that you feel comfortable of doing, if you try to let x, you try to check kung kinsay pwede ma-cancel out, you may use let x, right? Or you may use of this one, x raised to 1, raised to 1, x raised to 0, right? We will do a lot of things using these two forms of, or two ways on how to get the value of a, b, and c. You need to go back to your linear system. Yeah. Okay. Right, that's number 1. Let's move on to number 2. So in number 2, right, I'll write it. For number 2, given that we have quantity 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 dx all over x cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x. Great. So here we have integration of quantity 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 quantity dx all over x cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x. As you can see here, we can still factor out x, right? So we will have quantity 3x squared plus 8x minus 12, right, dx, and we will factor out x. So we have x squared plus 7x plus 12. Right, can we still reduce it to a factor form? X squared plus 7x plus 12 and say factor form ani. So I think we still can. So we have 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 times dx all over x. So the factor of x squared plus 7x plus 12, this is equal to x plus 3, right, and x plus 4, right? X plus 3 times x plus 4. Alright? Now, as you can see here, this belongs to case 1 because the denominator that you have here is not repeating, right? And it is linear, okay? So with that, we could simply reduce it to your partial fraction. So we have 3x squared plus 8 minus 12, right? All over x times x plus 3 quantity times x plus 4, right? So you have partial fraction na a. We need to determine the value of a. Form na a over x plus b all over x plus 3 plus c all over x plus 4, right? Now, we do cross multiplication. So we have 3x squared plus 8 minus 12. Sorry, that's 8x, right? 3x squared plus 8x minus 12. And this is equal to a, right? So you do cross multiplication, cancel si x. So mabilis is x plus 3 times x plus 4 plus b. Cancel si x plus 3. So we have x times x plus 4, right? Plus c. Cancel si x plus 4. Mabilis is x times x plus 3, right? Okay. Now, we can make use of letting the value of x para ma-zero lang ang duwa ka terms here, or you can make use of x raised to 0, x raised to 1, x raised to 2, and then finding the coefficients of that x value. So maybe we will do that. Right. So we need to have this method, and we need to expand this one. So we have x times x squared plus 7x, right, plus 12 plus b times x squared plus 4x, right, plus c times x squared plus 3x, right? So at x raised to 2, right, magbigin ta dito. As you can see, ang highest degree ng exponent is 2. So we have x at x raised to 2. So kuwaon lang si coefficient ni x raised to 2. We have 3, okay, is equal to a, right, plus b, plus c. 1 lang man ang coefficient, right? So at x raised to 1, okay, so we have 8. 8 is equal to 7a, right? 7a plus 4b plus 3c, right? Okay, and then at x raised to 1, or the coefficient of the constant, so we have negative 12 is equal to 12a, right? Then wala, so 0, 0 na siya tanan. So we could get the value of a na, 12 all over 12. So we have negative 1 for the value of a, right? Or you could input in your calculator. This is 3 equation, 3 unknowns. So if you try to input these in your calculator, the value of a is 1, b will be equal to negative 1, right? C will have, alright, I think B is 1, right? C will be 3. Okay, just input it in my calculator. Right? So with that, we have already the value of A, B, and C. Now, we could equate it sa ato ang integrand. So, or sa atong partial fraction. So, we have here, right? We have here a all over x plus b all over x plus 3. Right? This is dx plus integration of c dx all over x plus 4. So, we already have the value of a, b, c. So, we have negative 1. This is negative dx all over x plus dx all over x plus 3, because this is still 1, plus 3 dx, right, all over x plus 4. Okay, so we will have here negative ln of x, right, plus ln of x plus 3 based on your basic integration, plus 3 ln of x plus 4 plus c. So we We can still reduce it to simplify it. We have ln of x plus 3 and times x plus 4 raised to 3 all over x plus c, right? You can still have these answer later on, right? This is the final answer. Okay, let's move on to the third example that we have. Okay, given that we have number 3, this is the third example, dt all over t times t plus 2 square, right? Given that we will have this example, alright, so we have this example. Now, we need to check kung asa siya na-belong. So, with this, atong denominator, we have t. This is just linear. Pag abot dire, we have t plus 2 quantity squared. So, it means it's repeating. So, we can make use of our second case. So, we need to do the partial fraction first. So, we have 1 all over t times t plus 2 squared. So, we have this form na a all over t, okay, plus b all over t plus 2 plus c all over t plus 2 quantity squared, right? So, with that, we will do the cross multiplication. We have 1 is equal to a, right? We have t, okay? Then we have t plus 2. Sorry, this is t plus 2 square plus b, right? T times t plus 2 plus ct. Alright? So, we need to do mag-assign tag value ni x, pwede din, right? Okay, or we can do x raised to 0 like that, right? Maybe we will assign the value of t. So, at t, let t is equal to 0 first. So, t0, we have 1 is equal to this one. We have 4 squared. 2, that's 4a, right? 4a plus 0 plus 0. So, we have 1 is equal to 4a, which we could solve the value of a. A is equal to 1 over 4 or 1/4, right? So, let na naman tayo, or t is equal to, pwede na wala. So, let t is equal to, pwede ma-0 here, we have negative 2, right? Pag negative 2 here, negative 2 siya here, ma-0 na siya. So, we have t will be negative 2, so we will have 1 is equal to 0, right? Plus 0 plus 2c, right? Negative 2c, sorry, negative 2c. So, the value of c is equal to negative 1 over 2, right? Because we have negative 2c. Now, we already have the value of c, we already have the value of a. Now, we could solve for the value of b, right? So, we can do let na lang natin. T will be 1, right? So, we have 1 is equal to a. A here is 1/4. I-substitute na lang natin. 1 over 4 times b na to, t plus 2. So, gilat na to, t is equal to 1. So, we have 3, right? 3 square plus b, which is wala. Itong pangitaon, right? Times times 1 plus 3, okay, which is 3, plus c is negative 1 half, so we have 1 half c, so t is 1. All right, so if you try to input these values in your calculator, the result for b is equal to negative 1/4. So you have 9/4 minus 1 half. Then quantity quantity siya, tapos i-minus siya sa 1 minus 1 half. Then all over 3. So you will get 1/4. Right? So we already have the value of your A, B, and C. So we could now substitute these values to our integration form, right? Partial fraction form. So we have integration of A all over T. Kailangan isulat sud ni, right? Kaya wala man ta nag-equate diri. Okay, so dapat na siya. So we have integration of A over T plus integration of B all over T plus 2 plus integration of C all over T plus 2 quantity square, right? So you will have A, which is equal to 1/4, right? 1/4 dx. Sorry, you need to write dx here. Dx. So dx all over T plus B is equal to negative 1/4. So we have negative 1/4 dx all over T plus 2 plus, okay, plus integration of C, which is C is equal to negative 1 half dx all over T plus 2 square. So we could do our basic integration na. So we have 1/4 ln of T, okay, minus 1/4 ln of T plus 2, right, plus this one, this is negative 1 half, right? Okay, so we have, is this ln? We can make use of our power rule. So we have x plus 2 is negative 1 all over negative 1 plus c. So makancel yung negative sign, so it becomes positive. Not cancel, but ma-reduce siya to positive signs. We have minus 1/4 ln of T plus 2, right? Plus 1 half quantity T plus 2 raised to negative 1 plus C. So you could have this as your final answer. Right, let's move on to number 4. So number 4, we have, okay, number 4, we have quantity 2t squared plus 1 dt all over t cubed minus 3t plus 2. Right, this is your given. Okay, now here, let's try to check which one this integral belongs to. Asan na siya? Okay, as you can see, we can still reduce this denominator, right? We have here quantity 2t squared plus 1 dt all over we have here t minus 1, right, square, then times t plus 2, right? If we have t cubed, t squared plus t. Alright, so we can still reduce. As you can see, not repeating. So it belongs to case 1, right? So dili ni siya quadratic form, alright? Yung quadratic form siya, but it's in linear form lang. So, but it's repeating, so it belongs to case 2. Now, with case 2, we will have 2t squared plus 1 all over t minus 1 square times t plus 2, right? So, the partial fraction of this one is equal to a all over t minus 1, right? Plus b all over t minus 1 square plus c all over t plus 2, right? So now we need to determine what is a, b, and c. Okay, with that we will do cross multiplication. So we are given by 2t squared, right, plus, right, 1 is equal to a, right, makancel si t minus 1. So, mabili na lang isa kabuok. We have t minus 1 times t plus 2, right, plus b times t minus 1, t plus 1 na lang, right, makancel si t minus 1 square, quantity square, plus 2 din sorry. It's plus 2, kaya na lang mabilin, plus c times t minus 1 square, right? Now, we could do letting, or we could expand this and make use of x raised to 0, x raised to 1, x raised to 5. But for this one just x raised to 2. So we have 2t squared plus 1 is equal to a times t squared, right, plus t plus minus 2, right, minus 2 plus bt, right, b plus, times t plus 2, right, plus this one, expand na lang nato, t squared, right, minus 2t plus 1, right? So at x, so maybe we could let x is raised to 0 na lang kasugod, right? X raised to 0, we have 1 here sa atong isa sa left side of our equation. We have 1, right? 1 is equal to constant, alright, ni a na x is raised to 0, or constant value, that's negative 2. Negative 2a, right? Plus constant diri for b, right? That's 2b, right? This one, c lang, plus c, right? At x raised to 1, so we have we are in terms of t pala, so maybe we will write it in t, sorry. So t siya, t. So t, we have t that is equal to 1, that's wala. So sa wala diri sa left side, but for the right side, we have t here. So we have a. Coefficient niya is 1 lang. Just write a dito plus b. But this one, negative 2, right? T man. So we have negative 2c. Right, at t raised to 2. So raised to 2 siya. With this one, sa ratong left side, we have 2. So we have 2 is equal to this one here. We have just a, right, plus c, right? This one. Wala man dire. So if this is equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, if you try to input this one in your calculator, you will get for the value of a na, just we can say using my calculator. Sa exam, maybe you could do this, right? 3 equations, 3 unknowns naman kaya sa calculator that I have here. Maybe with your calculator you could solve for how many unknowns, but for my calculator could solve 3. So we have a will be 1, b will be 1, and c will be 1, right? So this is the numbers that you need to substitute to this equation here. So we have is equal to right? A dx all over t minus 1 plus quantity b all over quantity t minus 1 square plus c all over integration of c dx di, don't forget the dx all over t plus 2, right? So now we could substitute the values. We have dx all over t minus 1 plus dx, right, t minus 1 quantity square plus dx all over t plus 2, right? We just have one, right? So now we could apply our basic integration formula. This is ln of t minus 1, right, plus, right, this one, this is negative, right, t minus 1 raised to negative 1 all over negative 2 minus 1, sorry. We just have 1. Right, we just have 1 here. Negative 1, sorry. Tama, negative 1. Kasi itaas din na to. We have negative 1 plus ln of t plus 2 plus c. So we will have here, you could factor out, okay, maybe I'll just do this. T minus 1 plus, minus 1 all over t minus 1 plus ln of t plus 2, right, plus c, right? So with this, we could factor out t minus 1. So we have t minus 1, 1 over t minus 1. So, bilin is t minus 1 ln of t minus 1, right, plus alright, this is minus 1 plus ln of t minus 1 ln of t plus 2 plus c, right? You can have that as your final answer. I think we could still reduce this, right? So we have 1 over t minus 1, right? We have t minus 1, or we could have this, alright, we can have this t minus 1 times ln of t minus 1 times t plus 2 dt minus 1, right, plus c. So either of the two as your final answer, that's fine with me. Now, alright, either of the two. Yeah, you could have the same, the answer. Alright, maybe let's proceed to the next one. Right, I prepared 6 examples for this discussion. I still have 2 more. Right, so we have number 5. Okay, I need to write the given. We have here 4x plus 5, right? Integration of 4x plus 5 dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Here, as you can see, we have integration of x plus 5 dx plus x squared plus 20. So we need to classify which one this rational fraction belongs to. So if case 1 hindi, case 2, 1 and 2 hindi, because if you try to factor this out, you cannot reduce this to a factor form. It's irreducible. Right. So it means it belongs to case 3. It's not repeating then for case 4 because wala na quantities raised to ng denominator. So it belongs to case 2. I mean case 3. So we have 4x plus 5 all over x squared plus 4x plus 20 is equal to, if you will have case 3, guys, you will make use of the fraction form. I mean partial fraction form na, right? A times the derivative or the first derivative of this is equal to 2x plus 4, right? Plus b all over your denominator, x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Okay? Ano na siya. But we could still separate this one on b. So each term we have 2x plus 4, right? All over x squared plus 4x plus 20 plus b all over x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Now, with this one here, we could solve for the value of our AB. So, kailangan i-cross multiply na lang nato. So, we have 4x plus 5 is equal to A, right? Times 2x plus 4, right? Plus B. Right, cancel money. So, we could make use of i-sub na to. I mean, let the value ni x, or x will be raised to a specific value. Maybe I could make use of it. X raised to 0, right? X raised to 0. So we have, let x raised to 0. We have here 5 is equal to 4a, right? Plus b, right? Plus b. Now, at x raised to 1, so we have here 4 is equal to 2a, right? This one plus b, wala. So we have 2 all over 2, a is equals to 2, right? So if a is equals to 2, i-substitute lang natin dito na equation, right? So we will have here 5 is equal to 4 times 2 plus b. 5 minus 8 is equal to b. Then b is equal to negative 3. So we have the value of a and b, so we could substitute it to our partial fraction form. So we have here quantity, alright? We have a times 2x plus 4, right? This is dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Plus integration of b dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? This is equal to, right, we need to substitute the value of a and b here. So a is equal to 2, so we have 2, right, times 2x plus 4 dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20 plus our b is negative 3, so we have negative 3 dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20. Alright, as you can see here in your first term, right, integration of 2 times 2x plus 4 dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20. If you will let this value as your u, you will get 2x plus 4, right, dx. So we could make use of our u sub here. So we have here u sub, and then as you can see, as you can check here, we have negative 3 dx all over x squared plus 4x plus 20. With this one, we are not allowed to make use of our basic u substitution na formula, but we could make use of our arctan, right? Ang result kay arctan, right? So maybe we will have inverse trigonometric function or integration of inverse trigo. So we have 2 times 2x plus 4. Yun na lang nako i-integrate. Isa na lang ako sila pag-integrate. So we have here all over x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Minus 3. We have dx all over x. Kailangan lang ako si perfect square. If we have x squared plus 4x plus 4, right? That's the perfect square of x plus 2, right? Square. So 4, maggamit ko 4 for this term, x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus 16. So we have plus 16, and then get the roots of 16. So we have 4, so 4 squared, right? So my a here is 4, my u here is x plus 2, and then I will do arctan. So we have 2 times u sub, let uni, so ln of x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Minus 3 arctan of my u. Alright, all over 4 pa day. 3 over a. Diba? That's 4. Right, 3 over 4 arctan of x plus 2 all over 4. Right? Plus c. So, I could still reduce this one. So, factor out lang na ako si 1/4. Nga lang. So, naka-factor out. So, dapat ang inyong final answer naka-factor 4. Right? So, we have here, we have 8 ln of x squared plus 4x plus 20, right? Minus 3 arctan of x plus 2 all over 4 plus c. Right, this is the final answer.